Welcome, everyone, to the 7th episode of PBJenesis, the battle for peanut butter and jelly. My name is Adam Kahmann from Kahmann Gaming, Games for Good. In the previous episode, we had the two StarCraft Masters, Dalinar 42 versus Lennek, and Lennek came out the victor. This time, we'll have the two champions of round 2 face each other to see who will make it to the final round of PBJenesis. Without further ado, let's get started. The time has come, everyone, for semifinals. We have two great players on our hands who have both proved themselves. One making a major comeback from a rush, and another that came from totally covering the screen with splares all over. It'll be an interesting match. Team Peanut Butter versus Team Jelly! And I'm probably going to lose my voice, but I'm pretty sure all of you will love hearing that. And as they're setting up the banks, I have my next question for the day, and it's a little bit more complicated, but would you rather be the smartest person in the world or be the dumbest person in the world? Now, you might think that's easy, the smartest person in the world, but here's the catch. Whatever choice you choose, you keep your current knowledge. So if you choose to be the dumbest person in the world, you will only have the knowledge you have right now. And all those other people who are inventing iPhones or know how to fly airplanes or invent newer and greater technology, or people who are very good at counseling, anything like that, or politics, they all become stupid while you become the smartest, or at least less smart than you are. But if you choose to be that's if you choose to be the smartest person. But if you choose to be the dumbest person, then everyone, even the dumb people in the world, becomes smarter. So which one do you choose? Rather be the dumbest person in the world or the smartest person in the world, keeping your current knowledge? Interesting question. For me, I would actually want to be the dumbest person in the world because keeping my knowledge, and that way I could learn more from all the other people around me, which I already do anyway, because there are plenty of people in this world smarter than me, and that makes it something more worth working for. Anyway, looks like they're both trying to cover the middle of the screen. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention this. On the left is Lennek, the learned and likable Lennek, playing as Team Peanut Butter. On the right, we have the zesty and zany Zuffle. So it looks like Zuffle has been a little bit more offensive this round, which, you know, Zuffle's always full of surprises. Trying to keep that middle so he doesn't lose anything. Building some cannons, that's good. Both playing pretty good right now. He's building some hive, that's good. I don't think Zuffle's ever played on this map before, so this would be interesting, because Lennek sure does love this map. Unfortunately, we're not going to see any more matches in the territorial timber, guys. I'm very sorry about that. It is a map I do love playing on, but unfortunately there were bugs in it, and we've realized it at this point in the tournament. And so if you want to see more of the territorial timber, that forest level, you'll definitely want to download the game and play it with a friend. And yeah, I guess now there's back to building banks. I got the middles covered, but it really looks like Zuffle is losing his defenses at the front line. Those pieces of bread are not super bulky. They die pretty fast. And it looks like he's going to need some more cannons blocking that. And, oh, here we go. It has begun, everyone. Lennek has started building portals. That is the death sentence from Lennek, the portals. That is definitely a very interesting strategy. A very effective strategy, that is. From him. Building those banks all over, get all the money you can get. I think one great thing about this game is it is really fun to watch how people organize their base and how they go about organizing everything, and how they also go about attacking their opponent. And it'll definitely be more interesting in the future when I add more units to the game. And it's very clever that Zuffle is building hives in the sides there, because they can just fly over the gaps and take advantage of of Lennek's lack of defenses on the sides if he has any. Actually, now that I remember, Zuffle has played on this map before. Not in this tournament, but I actually did play with Zuffle once before this tournament. As this tournament in the game, and he actually did beat me. We played on this map, and he actually beat me. I was rushing him, to be fair, but yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, in the previous video, I was going to give a disclaimer, and I was totally interrupted. Well, not interrupted, but a bunch of stuff happening in the match, and I was interrupted. And anyway, that disclaimer is whoever wins this tournament is I'm going to verse that person for fun. It has no effect on the tournament. It's just for fun. And so and it's not going to be best 2 out of 3. It's only going to be one match, and I'm going to let them choose the map. And you'll have to wait and see who I verse. You get to see me play the game, the creator of the game. So, see everything I've learned. I guess it's kind of unfair because I get to watch people play it. And looks like Zuffle built a portal too close to the edge, and Zuff and Lennek did too. I hate that glitch so much. It's so painful to watch. It is so painful, guys, to see issues in your game and not be able to fix them. Oh, looks like he's building built a gas can and destroyed it, I guess. But this is a very interesting match, guys. It does seem pretty even for now. But both players are playing excellently. Lennek definitely has way more portals than him, but a lot of those portals are kind of useless right now. I'm not sure who has more banks, and now Zuffle's building lots of flies, which is good to build them there, but Lennek has so many splares and portals that I don't know if it matters. Now he is building toast to defend it, which is good, and he's got gas cannons. Oh, but looks like Lennek has some gas cannons of his own. Now the interesting thing is, flies are actually unaffected by the gas from gas cannons, but they do get hurt by the bullets. But the gas does slow them down a bit. And we might see that in some future matches, but flies are a good counter pick against gas cannons besides bread. So that's something to keep in mind. We haven't seen too many gnomes in this match, which is interesting. It's always fun to see different strategies. And now look, there's splares coming, and this, I'm just gonna say it, I think this battle that's happening right now is gonna decide the outcome of everything, and that's good. See, now this is a good way to play, is you want to be in the middle of wherever the battle's happening, because that can give you greater control. See how the splares were taking the hits for Zuffle there on the right, and in there he just placed some toast. That was a very good strategy. However, he did not have enough splares to attack his. Lennek does have way more portals. If you just look at that left bridge there on the map, just endless supply of splares just walking across, and this is going to be a hard match. And Zuffle is building some splares to attack back, but as I mentioned many times before in previous matches and previous videos, is that if your opponent has so many portals and you're just building splares to counteract those splares coming from those portals, you're going to run out of money, because the opponent's not spending any money that's coming from the splares. Not spending any money on producing the splares coming from that portal. All they have to do is pay for the portal, and that's it. And looks like Lennek is running out of room, which only means one thing: has to expand forward. And Zuffle's like, I need more money. I need to make sure I can have a bigger army than him, which is good. But what's more important, banks or portals? That is the question. And I guess that is an interesting for debate, because I don't know if I know the answer. More portals means you can't build more troops initially, but portals might be more money effective. I don't know. So I guess you can talk about that in the comments below if you want. And here we go. It looks like, oh, look at the bottom left. No one's seen it, but I think those are splares down in the bottom left. You look at those brown dots are just taking out those yellow spots. I think those are the banks being lost from Zuffle, and he's soon his income's going to see. He does have a lot of money, but look, those are splairs, and they were almost dead, but they're still doing so much damage. And guys, I think I know who's got it. I think we all know. I guess I'm not going to say anything, but I think you can see it. Because if you just look at the map, look at that. It's just creamy peanut butter everywhere. I guess Lennek is very passionate about his peanut butter. He just built a portal right too low, and he got destroyed. I think what was happening with the portals that the splairs weren't being built by the center of the portal. They weren't centered. So even though a portal wasn't touching the edge, if it was too close to the down below, the splairs would be stuck in outer bounds. Hopefully this stuff makes sense that I'm saying. But either way, hopefully you're enjoying watching this match. And it is just, yeah, Lennek really does know how to slowly build up. He just focuses on the portals. He builds portals as soon as he can. And you can tell that over time it's working. He's covering everything on the map. It is so much. The game is like slowing down because of it. Oh boy. Zuffle is putting up a good fight, but I don't know if he'll be able to survive this. It really looks like this is going to be the end. He's trying to hold on to his dear life. He's running out of money. He lost all those banks he created up there. He had so many banks. Zuffle might have created more banks, but I think he lost more. I'm really curious to see how many portals Lennek built. And he hit the surrender button. The gnome, which isn't really surrender button, but we're using it as one. And Team Peanut Butter wins. And here we go. And looks like he had 1,900 splairs and 136 portals. And it looks like Lennek actually had more banks than Zuffle, which is not by too much, but a little bit more. But Zuffle definitely had more captain deaths than Lennek, which is an extra $19,000 for Lennek since he died 19 times. Yeah, it was a pretty intense match, and this means Zuffle will pick the next stage. Which one will he pick? King's Kitchen? Maybe? Victorious Void, Warring Wasteland? Warring Wasteland? Warring Wasteland? Maybe? And Warring Wasteland! Team Peanut Butter versus Team Jelly! There we go. You guys all thought I probably sound more tired, but no, I still got some steam in me. Yes! And maybe you guys have noticed the big mistake in this match. But, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to tell you right now. You know what? I might tell you right now. So, unfortunately, this map had a huge problem during the tournament, where Team Jelly actually starts with 4 more banks than Team Peanut Butter. And the reason for that is because I used to have each map start with 10 banks, and I forgot to delete the 4 extra banks from Team Jelly's side. So Team Jelly actually has an advantage in this map. I don't remember who wins this match. I do know that Lennek has lost some matches in this map because he was playing as Team Peanut Butter. But if you look at it, it didn't change too much because Zuffle was playing as Team Peanut Butter on this map earlier when he was versing Hylian 22, and he won both times on the Warring Wasteland playing as Peanut Butter with 4-less banks starting out as. And put matter on top of it, Hylian 22 was roasting him at the beginning with garden gnomes and cannons. She was doing very good, and yeah, so it's unfortunate, and it's definitely it does have some plays in some of the matches, and unfortunately no one noticed this until after the tournament was over. So it's something I can't really fix, and recording it is kind of painful to watch, but it is what it is. Team Jelly does have an advantage. If both sides are going for an economic route, Jelly's definitely going to win this one because he starts 4 extra banks. which is actually huge because banks multiply upon themselves, and that's probably why Dalinar 42 won that one match, at least won so bad. He could have won it without it, but that's probably why we won so bad in the previous video, if you remember that. So, that is the big mistake I made in this map while making it. Anyway, as I've been talking and going and ranting, the match has been going on, and Zuffle has been making a wall of bread with some cans behind it. Nothing too special, focusing mostly on banks. He destroyed a bank. I think maybe that was by accident. And Lennek really does use the cannons well, I'd say, up on the left. I remember when I first told him about this game, he thought of a strategy where all you do is just build a line of cannons and nothing will stop you. And he thought that would be a really broken strategy. But it seemed like he learned that the Splayer strategy has been better building portals, and that's because they're so tanky. Splayers have 30 health and they instant kill bread and cannons. And flies are attracted to them. They take lots of hits. They are weak against gas cannons, but if you build gas cannons too late, they kind of lose their oomph. It's because gas cannons strive more when they're attacking from long distance. They're kind of the snipers of this game, which I have considered actually making a sniper cannon that is just like the cannon, but it shoots twice as far. It's not as strong as the gas cannon, but it will shoot really far. And I was thinking that it would shoot like a laser or something, but we'll see. Now Lennek's building some garden gnomes, and he's just getting in there building cannons on the side. He's taking advantage of that. The problem with this stage, another thing, well, I guess you don't have to call it a problem, but one thing to notice in this stage is that since you start with lots of toast and hardly any bread, you are very vulnerable to gnomes at the beginning of this level, because all you have defending you is toast. Now, that was not a good location to build some gas cannons, because gas cannons only do have 2 health. They're very weak defensively, and they're very expensive. And so you definitely want to build them behind stuff, which you might think, why are they so expensive? And that's because, I'm telling you, in high numbers, when used correctly, they can be very strong. And you might see how strong they are in that one match I'll be playing against the winner, Winky Face. I guess I can read the future. Anyway, so now they're going back to building banks after having that attacking thing. Now, the best thing to do for Zuffle, if I was just being a competitor, I really do think he needs to build some splayers on the left side. Because if someone has a bunch of cannons by your base, all you gotta do is build like 2 or 3 splayers. Because it takes so many hits from a cannon to kill a splayer, and they just instant kill the cannons. So that's like really the best bet. And holy cow, all Zuffle has defending his bread, and there's a bunch of splayers coming on the right side of the screen. Now he's finally taking care of the cannons on that side. But so the enemies in this game, they might not be the smartest, or the troops more likely. They're not really the enemies. It just depends on what side you're on. But the troops do have a little bit of AI going on, nothing too crazy. They usually go towards the closest thing towards them, and they will go attack the most threatening threats first. And so, like, if there's something about to kill your piece, if they're near like your jar and there's something about to attack it, they'll go attack that thing first. Or if they see the jar, they'll go for the jar first. Or they'll try to attack the most expensive things first. Or if they're really good at something, for example, the gas cannons will always shoot towards the guard gnomes first before anything else. But guard gnomes are very fast. Another patch update that happened in the up-to-date game is that the guard gnomes are actually faster now, and you will see why they're faster in a future match. But yeah, that's a random update. And it looks like there's just a bunch of splayers in Lennek's face right now. And Lennek, will he be able to survive this? He's actually doing very good things. He's building the gas cannons right before. That's a very smart idea, because enough gas cannons can stop any force of splayers if there's enough of them. Obviously, the more splayers it is, the harder it is, and especially if they're far away, because it will stop them from coming. Not so good at taking out high numbers of flies, though. A high number of flies. If there's no splares around, there's a bunch of flies. Flies are scary because they shoot bullets at their bullets, and they can be really scary. If it wasn't for the splares, the flies would be overpowered. The flies would be the new OP unit. I remember when I first to test this game with friends, it was only banks, bread, cannons, toast, and flies. That was it. And there was just so many people always just build flies. I never had the most flies. It was pretty great to watch. But as you see, the splares don't get stuck in the stage, which is nice. And yeah, it looks like, yeah, see those gas cannons, I'm telling you, they're good against the splares. Look, the moments ago, Zuffle's splares were in Lennek's face, and since he's all those gas cannons, he's keeping those splares at bay. So if you use gas cannons effectively, they can be very effective against splares. It's not completely noticeable, and you might not think like it's not like how a splare counters a fly. Like a fly can like almost do nothing against a splare, but gas cannons can be very effective. The gas cannons used to be very overpowered because the gas actually instant killed everything, including splares. But yeah, that led to a lot of stalemates, and I'm glad I made that change so the gas cannons aren't too overpowered. I guess now it's the splares. And I don't know whose match is going to be, guys. I really don't remember who wins. I thought Zuffle was going to win for a second there, but Lennek is making a good comeback. He's building some gnomes that aren't really working out too well for him. And yes, I'm not sure who's going to win. However, Zuffle has some gas cannons of his own, and look how they're slowly wearing down the health of those splares. And since splares are so slow and gas cannons can shoot so far away, it is very hard for splares to take down gas cannons. They can't do any damage until they touch them. Unlike flies, they all have to do is shoot a bullet, and since gas cannons only have 2 health, they can be very weak against the flies, especially since gas does not block bullets. And he's just, you know, Zuffle does have a lot of land covered because he's all the way at in the sandstorm, and Lennek is just holding on. He's building lots of splares, but since Zuffle has a lot of portals, there's nothing Lennek can do. And oh boy, guys, I don't know who's going to win this match. Well, I think I know who's going to win now. I'm looking at this now. He was making a good comeback, but now those gas cannons does not have enough gas cannons to hold back all of those splares. There's too many, and now he's got flies there too. He's just got too much, and he's got a huge wall of defense. Like, it's going to take a lot of effort for Lennek to get through. We will see how long Lennek will survive this match. And oh, that was the mistake. He built those gnomes and then blew up a bunch of his own toast. Unfortunately, that is going to cost him dearly, since he's got no walls defending those gas cannons, and then the bullets of the flies is going to get him. And I think this is it, guys. Will he hit the surrender button? Not yet. He's building some more splares. Maybe he'll hold on to dear life. He's building those gas cannons. Building some normal cannons. Building more toast. Will he survive? He's still got some portals left. He might be able to survive. I don't know. But oh no! He built the garden gnome. He should have built toast there. Oh no! I think this is it, guys. And look how much money Zuffle has. He's about $600,000. I think Zuffle has this game in the bag. Especially if Zuffle started building garden gnomes right now. That would definitely hurt Lennek. Now, as I mentioned before, Zuffle did start with 4 more banks, so that could have definitely played a role, which it might have, but at the same time, Zuffle has just been playing very good in general, and Lego isn't completely decimated. So it is hard to say. Lennek has been playing really good, so maybe it's a good handicap. Makes things more interesting, I guess. And those players, he's still not giving up. He's holding on. I think at this point it's GG. GG, look at that, and Team Jelly takes the game. Team Jelly. Jelly is the winner of this sandwich. There's not enough room on the piece of bread for both peanut butter and jelly. Actually, I think it is. I think it'd be good to put both of them on. I love peanut butter and jelly, and it's not the same with either one. However, guys, I guess I already asked you a question, but if you had to choose, would you pick only peanut butter on your on your sandwich, or only jelly? Which one do you prefer? I personally only want peanut butter, but Team Peanut Butter versus Team Jelly, and we're off, and this match will determine who will go on to finals. Who will be the winner of this match? Both players have proven to be very skillful at this game. So we'll see who is able to demonstrate it the most. And after this match, we're going to show some of the loser bracket matches. We're going to show the finals of the losers bracket. And then the loser of this match actually does have a chance to make it back to finals, but they will have to challenge the person who won from the losers bracket. So after this, there will be 2 more matches. One from the 2 people who were at the top of the losers bracket, and then the loser of this match will versus the winner of that other match, and then we'll have the final match of the tournament between the 2 winners. And what is happening? Oh, he's building the square! Oh, he's building the square! He did not defend that section of his base! Oh boy, guys! Oh, this might be it! Oh! Well, we'll be able to recover from that. Dad, you gotta discover that, and that is it! Holy cow! Will he survive? Those splares are so tanky. And guys! Lennek wins! He moves on to finals! Team Peanut Butter! What a game! That game was so short! I'm telling you, these games can be really long or really short. That was a rush, guys. He took advantage of that. He won that so fast. What a game. Anyway, now Lennek will continue on to finals, while Zuffle will go on to challenge whoever wins the loser bracket. Anyway, in the next video, we will show you the 2 winners of the loser bracket, and whoever wins that will go against Zuffle, and whoever wins that will go against Lennek one more time, and whoever wins that and is able to beat Lennek in 2 sets will be the winner, or Lennek will be the winner. Once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, share this video with a friend, and if you haven't already, please download the Battle for Peanut Butter and Jelly on Facebook for free, and play it with your friends. Play it on a weekend. And please give me back your feedback so I can make this game as best as I can. I appreciate you all for watching this video, and remember, video games can be for good. Till next time.